On Christine here with more Lords of the Fallen. In this video I'm going to show you the direct path to the Blacksmith, or as direct as possible. You might want to make a beeline for the Blacksmith instead of exploring around, because Blacksmith is going to give you a bunch of power by allowing you to upgrade your items. So obviously quite important. Now from Skyrest you're going to go one particular path. You're going to go along this area over here. Now there's a bunch of enemies. They're not really too hard. The one thing to keep in mind in this particular area, though there's also a bunch of items that you want to pick up over here, getting the Pilgrim's Rest Key is also something that is going to be quite useful. Now over here there is a vestige. Interact with it, because there's a boss fight in this area. Now, there are points where you're gonna have to go umbral, so just remember that. Though, don't go umbral because you got knocked off by an enemy or two. Okay, so over here you can go down, you can jump down, or you can jump down directly in the boss area. There's gonna be a boss here. She's not really too difficult. You just need to deal with the parasite she's going to have over here, so you need to use your lantern. Kind of annoying when you've got the boss that is going to do severe damage to you. Though in her case, you either get your parry timings right or you get your dodge timings correct. So welcome to Pilgrim's Perch. Getting the key at this particular point is useful. And there are, of course, a bunch of things in Umbral. One of the things to remember when you're playing this game is always use the lantern at some points, because you never know when you're going to encounter things that are useful. Now, here's a great location to put up a respawn point. This is also a door that you can open with the Pilgrim Perch key that you can purchase from the vendor. Okay. Now, over here, this is probably the first area you're going to have to go umbral. The reason is this plank is blocking your path initially. You just need to go umbral, and you just need to open the location over here. I'm just not going to do it right now, but it's like that's all you need to do. Yeah, I took a bit of damage over there. And then come over here. You can exit umbral using that statue, using that corpse right there, if you've done so, and then you will encounter these guys. Okay. Now, we first, okay, then once you're here, you want to wait. Kick. If you're playing mouse and keyboard, then you need to do a heavy attack and a normal attack at the same time in order to kick. Or no, you need to do a regular attack and block at the same time in order to kick. That is the kicking strategy. Those big guys with spikes, they're quite annoying. Alright, you jump here. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of jumping. You jump here, you come up here. And then you come up here, this ladder. And now this is another point where you are going to want to go umbral. Oh. Well, in my case, I'm just gonna go umbral without the choice because I screwed up. Now, the reason... now, you will need to activate this, so just bear that in mind. Because you will not just be able to rush certain enemies. Okay. And then you need to get those platforms. Ideally, you deal with the enemies that are trying to hit you. Okay. Then come up here. You can bring down the ladder from here. Now, over here, there's another vestige. Rest over here. Almost there. May have missed 1 or 2 steps, but regardless, what you want to do is get to this area. Now, once you're in this area, don't go to the right, there's high-level enemies over there. Instead, what you want to do is come over here. Come over here to the left. Yes, there will be more jumping. Hurrah! I do love the jumping aspect of this game. Not really. It feels like the worst parts of Blighttown and Dark Souls. Okay. You follow this path. There's the big chunky guy. And you need to go down. There's another save point you can use over here if you want to. Now, what you need to do here, and this is like this plank, you need to find a way to activate it. Yes, we're going down the long way. So that means you need to go in Umbral. It's an involved process, what can I say? Let me just pick that up. Oh, wrong one. It's not really a big deal. Although, getting up there is possibly going to be a challenge, given everything. But you want to climb up this ladder. And then this one. And that will put you in a position where you can come over here. And you can emerge from the umbral. You can go down this particular ladder. And you can kick the plank over here to have a shortcut. Now, here. This is where things get nasty. There's 2 guys over here. These are not the problem. The problem lies down there. There's 2 big guys with spike heads. And your best bet is to jump the way I have just there. Unless you want to fight them, you may wish to do so. Now you've got another save point here, but you don't need it. Don't waste your materials. Jump, just instead go down here. And use this elevator. This elevator will take you to where you were before on Pilgrim's Perch, where you've got the vestige. So you don't need to set up a location. Rest here. It is easy enough, as I just showed you, to just run for all of this. Now comes the hard part. Actually unlocking the blacksmith herself. There's a reason why you want to save over here in this particular point. Getting some kind of decent weaponry, leveling up a bit is useful. Like, I'm not recommending you just rush to the blacksmith from the very beginning. There's not going to be any point. You need materials, you need vigor. And then you need to avoid doing that happening to you. Now, let's talk about the blacksmith, where she is and how you deal with her. Okay, so she's down here, but you need to get the key to free her. The key is held by one of these enemies. Specifically this one. But you're gonna need to deal with the dogs as well. Your best bet is to do what I just did. Like, you climb this ladder, you jump here. You may want to deal with the priest. And then you jump down on the dogs. It is easy enough to one-shot them with the jump attack. Though, of course, it depends on the gear you're using. All that. But you just do a jump attack, climb up the ladder. Climb up the ladder. And then do another jump attack. If you play your cards right, the dogs will just be... The dogs, which are, by the way, heavily armored, will be... Yeah, because hitting them, because dealing with their heavy armor is a difficulty in itself. So your best bet is to do these kind of jumping attacks again and again and again. Just aggro them. And then you can just, yeah, get the jump on them. You'll find the key on one of the corpses over here or in this area. And then, yeah, you can free the blacksmith. She'll teleport to Skyrest once you do. Also, there is an umbral. There's an umbral area there. I already looted it, so no need. I may have forgotten that. Now, if you want a bit of extra challenge, you can come over here. Enjoy this one. Because these guys are going to be tough as nails. And that would be it. So let's see about this guy. He is no joke. As you can see. You need a much higher level to deal with him, unfortunately. Or you need to, yeah, do a much better job at jumping attacks than I did right there. Regardless, once you got the blacksmith, you need to rest at least once, or die at least once, and then she will teleport to Skyrest. Like, if you ever need to go down there, like that's the elevator. Let me just go pick up my souls first. And then go to Skyrest. So this is the most direct path to the blacksmith to get her access to her as quickly as possible. Now you should have a level, some measure of ore. Where's my... Oh, right. He would have them, right? Well, that is unfortunate. Well, isn't that lovely? Yeah, lots of higher level enemies over there protecting that claw. Must be a hell of a good claw. You do get a bit of a buffer of like, let's say a couple of seconds when you do die and go into the Umbral realm before enemies decide to re-engage with full force. What is that claw? Let's see. Precision hammer. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. It doesn't matter. So, warp to Vestige, Skyrest. And then you come over here and she'll be hammering away. Willing to upgrade your equipment. Stuff is expensive. And unfortunately, she doesn't sell ores herself.
Ah, you again.
Nor does she really sell a lot of items. Rather, what she's most useful for is upgrading various things that you do have. Angel's Axe. That's a fun name. Anyway, that is all. Costine here, signing out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and enable notifications, and stay tuned for more.